Hey there, it's Steve
And Courtney.
from Serious Keto, and in this video, we're kind of going to do two things. One is we're going to get Courtney's impression of the UltraHuman ring, and also I'm going to tell you about their Black Friday deal.
Awesome.
So we should probably do like a picture for the thumbnail, like the showing off our rings. There we go. So I'm going to handle this sort of like an interview. If you want to go back and see my review, I will link to it both up here and down in the comments, or not comments, down in the description below, and I'll put it in the end card. So 3 different ways to get to that video, get my impressions, see how the app works. But now let's talk to Courtney. First off, what are your thoughts on the ring in general? What do you like about it?
I like how it looks.
Okay.
I like that it's like not on my wrist, and so I can wear it all the time. Doesn't like look weird with a nice outfit. You can still have the ring on. It's comfortable, and I like that it tracks my sleep.
Okay. So the main thing you're getting out of it is sleep tracking?
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Okay. So have you made any modifications to your sleep routine based on the feedback that comes in the app?
Yeah, so one thing it does is it'll say if you're like in debt for your sleep or not. So if I see that I am in the red, then I try to get to bed a little earlier.
Okay.
And it also will give me like notifications, so if it's approaching the ideal bedtime, it'll let me know. And so if I'm on my phone and it says that, that means time to put the phone down.
Okay. So in terms of the app itself, what do you think of all the information that's in there?
I think it's good information. I would say that I wish there was like a little bit more to explore on certain features.
Like what features?
Like, for example, the woman's health feature, like
Okay.
the cycle tracking. It'll have like a little blurb for you, but that's about it. I don't know if there's more to it that I haven't figured out.
So I think right now mainly doesn't it just track like ovulation?
Yes. So you put your, you like track your period in your health app on your phone, and then it takes the data from the health app, and then it just moves it over into the UltraHuman app.
Mm-hmm.
I would say it doesn't really do much more for you than like a normal cycle tracking app would. I know that the Aura ring supposedly takes your body temperature to sense what part of your cycle you're in. And I thought that this ring did that.
I think that is coming in the next update.
It's coming out, yeah.
They had planned on having an update with some more enhancements to the women's health portion of the app.
Yeah.
But I don't think they got it out prior to Black Friday here.
Yeah. Yeah, so right now it doesn't do that. So that was, yeah.
So you raised an interesting point about linking in with Apple Health.
Mm-hmm.
I got some good, and I got like a little bit of a criticism. It's great integration with the Apple Health app. However, what I'd like to see more of is to be able to pull like. Let me explain it this way. The real event. I use the oh boy, I can't even think. Headspace. Headspace is the app that I use for meditation, and that connects to Apple Health, so it'll log it as mindful minutes or something like that.
Okay.
However, it doesn't then go from Apple Health to the UltraHuman app. So the other day I was meditating, and the UltraHuman app, I got done, and it said, "Did you just take a 20-minute nap?"
Oh, interesting.
So whenever I take a nap, it catches that and says, "Hey, I noticed this nap, or what may be a nap. Would you like to log it as a nap?" And then you can, and then it adjusts your sleep debt accordingly.
Oh.
So kind of
Okay.
slick.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't know that it did that.
The other thing, and I've seen some people complain about this with the app, throughout the day, the order that it puts things in the app changes. So early in the day, probably I think at least until noon, sleep is the top thing it has. But later in the day, it switches to other things. I think like your stress level or your stimulation level, things like that. So it's sort of time specific in the way that it lays out the app. I think that's pretty slick.
Oh, I
At least
didn't
that's
notice that.
something I've noticed. Now, what about, since you're often teaching classes, yoga, physical training, stuff like that,
Yeah.
do you log that at all within either Apple Health or within the UltraHuman app, or does it pick up on it?
I don't usually log it just because I'm usually like running around and don't think to put it in. It has never sensed my workout before just from me doing it. So I don't know what it uses to sense that, if it's like your movement or if it sees that your heart rate is up. The only thing that it'll smart sense is if I go on a walk. Then if I open the app, it'll say, did you go on a walk? Do you want to add it to your sun exposure? I've used it before where you actually can you go into the app and then you click start workout. I think that's the best way if you want to track your workout, and I've done that before.
It also, if on your Apple Watch, if you start a workout, it feeds into Apple Health, which then feeds back into the UltraHuman app.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's
if
another
you had
way
both.
you can do it. Yeah.
Yeah, but that is one thing that kind of like stinks, is you have to grab your phone and go into that to start your workout. I mean, maybe for some people it automatically senses it, but I know that it does not sense it when I do it without putting it in.
So do you have any like wish list sort of things that you think that could, because I'm sure UltraHuman will watch this, that you would recommend that they add or request that they add?
I guess like it would be nicer if there was a way for it to smart sense when you're working out, or if the technology could somehow learn that, like whether it's like you always work out at 9 a.m. so that kind of just assumes that, or if you log it a certain amount of times, if it recognizes this is what the body's
same sort of pattern.
doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, oh, your heart rate is this and your body temperature is this, you must be doing a workout.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a thing, but it'd be cool if it was.
So for me, I think the two big things, very often when you have something that says needs attention, like especially with your sleep. So the one that it seems like I rarely get into the green is heart rate drop.
Yeah.
My heart rate doesn't drop early enough in my sleep. It usually hits its lowest point around 4 a.m. So it's almost always yellow or red for me.
Yeah.
Not last night, though, interestingly.
That's good.
However, when you click on needs attention, at least for heart rate drop, it seems like the advice is not great. It's like, don't eat a meal too close to bed. Don't exercise too close to bed. Well, I'm not doing either of those things. So is there something else I could do? I think the other thing I'd really like to see, and I know that I believe they have a partnership with Abbott Labs for the Freestyle Libre continuous glucose monitor so that it can take in that data. I don't know if that's a paid add-on, but I would like to see them do something now with Dexcom, and especially now that both Dexcom and Abbott have over-the-counter blood glucose monitors, it would be great if it took that data and could then make recommendations based on patterns that it sees. So it could say, hey, I notice every day around this time, you see a boost in your blood glucose. If you want to keep that down, maybe you should start planning on doing a workout or go for a walk or something like that at this time of day.
Be cool.
So I hope they build in some more AI features like that so that it can kind of compile data from multiple sources and then give you recommendations to sort of optimize your metabolic health.
Cool. Yeah. And when you mentioned paid, that is one really nice thing, is that there's no paid subscription for just the normal ring to be able to see stuff. Unlike Aura, where I think it's, I don't know.
$5 or something a month.
Something a month. Not like it's that much money, but it makes a difference.
Yeah,
paying $60 a year for a tracker, it adds up.
After you've already spent $350 on a ring.
Right. So.
Yeah, I do like. There are a ton of things in that app for free. The meditation, the breathing, all kinds of stuff. And I find that any of the premium stuff isn't stuff that I would use anyway. So
same.
I'm pretty pleased. Now, we just talked about price, $350. That seems to be kind of the way it goes for most fitness tracking rings, including the Aura. There's others out there. But here's the part you've been waiting for. Black Friday. So starting Black Friday. Oh, actually, you know what? It's starting today, the Friday before Black Friday.
Okay.
They are going to have this on sale. Use the link down below and the code if required. I think it does require the code, which is like SSK20. It'll be down in the description. 20% off. So normally my discount is 10%, but I'm able to offer you 20% for the next week and a half. something like that. I'll have all the details down in the description, including when the sale ends.
Awesome.
But that then is going to be it. Like I said, check out my original review if you'd like to know more about the ring. Mainly what I wanted to do is give you another perspective on this and let you know about the discount for Black Friday. So, all done.
Sounds good. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching.